Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we're looking at Star Wars Han Solo and Chewbacca Issue 1. This is a 2022 series from Marvel Comics, written by Marc Guggenheim, art by David Messina. Alex Sinclair was the colorist, VC's Joe Caramagna was the letterist, Alex Maleev was the cover artist, Danny Kazem, assistant editor, Marc Panacea, editor. This story takes place before A New Hope, and Han Solo and Chewbacca are smugglers, and right now they are having some problems with the ship, but they're supposed to be rescuing this really obnoxious orange lady with the sides of her head shaved in the most generic possible fashion in Marvel Comics history, I think. She's really super annoying, and they were doing a heist on a casino, and Han and Chewie were late, so of course they have to do some shenanigans to get out of there, and that's when Jabba the Hut reveals that he's got another mission for the duo, and it seems that this one's going to pay for a lot of repairs on the Falcon, so he's pretty eager to do it. The downside is he has to take Greedo, and it's on his homeworld. So he has to go back to Corellia, and they have to scout out the location, and there's a interesting twist at the end. We do learn also that there's a bounty hunter after him, and we get kind of a glance at that, which the helmet that this person wears is very confusing, and at times looks like it's a frog face, but there's actually so yeah, I thought that helmet needed a little bit of tweaking before they went live with it. Overall, the story wasn't too bad. It was pretty middle of the road. I didn't hate it though. The paper quality is garbage though. For a $5 book, this is trash paper. And the art is a very mixed bag. Sometimes the panels look pretty good, other times it looks very rudimentary, especially with Jabba the Hut. He looks like a weird geometric shape, so there's no real definition to him. There's some contour, but he looks very rough and very unfinished as far as art goes. Whereas some of the panels with Han Solo look like they had a lot more time put on them. In a lot of the places when they're walking down alleys and stuff, there's a lot more work put in. So I think overall the art definitely is not ready for Marvel Comics. It looks more like a Dynamite book, but the artist isn't bad, they're just unrefined, and he needs to learn how to draw Jabba the Hut really, really badly. The book almost lost me with the stupid heist thing at the beginning. That would have been fine, but the woman that he's supposed to be working with is obnoxious, and she has to use these generic 70s style insults every time by comparing him to various space animals. Kind of lazy, so I didn't care for that, but it almost made me put the book down. It was so distracting how annoying that lady is. So yet another annoying Mary Sue type character in there, but she's not in the whole book, thankfully. It's just about the first, less than a third, I'd guess. And the scenes with Jabba were well done. It was well written. I'm intrigued enough that I would consider picking up issue 2, but this is not a $5 book. It's definitely not worth that. It's worth maybe half that to me. Passed a few minutes of time, and it had a fairly interesting story. It was very middle of the road, like I said, so I won't recommend it at full price, but if you could get it for about $2 or $3, I would say pick it up then. I don't think this is going to be a massive classic or anything, but it did look like it could be a pretty interesting heist story, so I will recommend it on that front, just definitely not at cover price. Paper quality's garbage, and the art is definitely in need of a little bit of tweaking. The cover, however, is really well done. It's a very nice cover. It just doesn't really tell you anything about what's going on, so I thought that was a bit misleading. It would have been nice for an action scene on the cover instead of just another pinup like Marvel has such a habit of doing these days. There's no sense of peril, there's no sense of adventure, it's just posing. If I want a poster, I'll buy a poster. But I thought it was pretty well done for what it is. So the cover's not going to get you to buy it, and the interior art probably isn't either. But the story wasn't bad. So if you're looking for something out of the discount bin and you find this for $2 or $3, I'd say it's probably worth reading then. You might be better off waiting till it's in trade so you don't have to put up with the really cheap crap paper that they're using. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links are in the description for different ways to support me. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.